Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and the Bill Belichick to the Washington Commanders rumors are starting to heat up. We'll talk about it, if I would like the move, and if I think it will happen. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well, so you never miss a video. It really does help out the channel a ton. Also, check out the Game Time link in the description. All right, so let's get into it. The last, couple weeks we've been hearing some rumors about maybe Bill Belichick leaving the Patriots after this year. A couple rumors about maybe the Commanders being interested, but the last couple days it's really started to heat up, and I wasn't going to make a video about it until there was it started to go like 3, 4, 5 reports about it, and that's when I'm like, okay, let me start paying attention a little bit to this right now. And some guys that were right about Washington in the past, one of these guys I'm going to talk about that's reporting this predicted the Commanders would get Eric Bieniemy this offseason, and he's predicting the same with Bill Belichick, and maybe even a trade involved. So right now, the Washington Commanders are now the favorite for Bill Belichick's next team to coach, if not with New England. And that's not a huge surprise because it's, out of all the coaches, he's probably, Ron Rivera is the most likely to be fired. So we're going to have a head coach opening. There's some others as well. The Raiders, might stick with Pierce, or they might go after another guy, and, there'll be some other head coach openings as well. The Bears might fire Matt Eberflus, and there's, others as well. But the Commanders have to be favorites because they're going to have a new head coach in 2020, in the 2024-2025 NFL season. So that's something to consider when you're looking at the odds. But let's go into some of the reporting. So Albert Breer, who is a credible reporter, who is a reporter for the Patriots for a long time, and now is an NFL reporter for, I believe it's Sports Illustrated, and he's actually been pretty locked in when it comes to the Commanders. He's got some really good sources there. He said he would not be surprised at all if Josh Harris tries to land Bill Belichick. He also said that Harris and company have at least given it some thought. So he's putting it out there, not only that he wouldn't be surprised, but that they've given it some thought. So it's at least, they've thought about it. They've considered bringing in Bill Belichick. And we'll go into one more report before I give you guys my thoughts on the situation. And there's a little bit of a spoiler. I do not want Bill Belichick in Washington. I know some people were like, oh, we can hire him as a defensive coordinator. Guys, he is not coming to D.C. to be a defensive coordinator. He's not even going to come to D.C. to be only a head coach. The only way Bill Belichick, is a head coach for the Washington Commanders if he's also the general manager, kind of like what Ron Rivera was. So we're going to get into that in a second. Benjamin Albright, he is the one who predicted that Eric Bieniemy would go to Washington, and now he's saying, I heard the Washington ownership group was interested in trading for him. Not sure if they're still interested in, but hey, I don't want Bill Belichick in general, but if we end up giving up a first-round pick for Bill Belichick, that's when I would really be against that move for sure. I would be strongly against trading for Bill Belichick and giving up a first plus. There's better head coaching candidates out there that aren't in their 70s. And then, Albert Breer claims he's heard about the Commanders' interest in Bill Belichick for over a year now, which would put that right around the time that Dan Snyder announced that he is exploring all options on the sale of the team. He also heard that it's more intensely over the last month, which would put that timeline after the Bears embarrassed the Commanders on FedEx Field on Thursday night. So those are all the reports. And now I'm going to start to get into my analysis on that, if I believe the reports and if I think this would be a good move. But real quick, a word from today's sponsor. And a huge shout out to Game Time for sponsoring this video. Sometimes when I try to buy last minute tickets, I can't find any, or I don't know what the view will be from the seats, but that isn't an issue with Game Time. Game Time's a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, and comedy events. They offer killer last minute deals, all in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. I've personally loved buying tickets through Game Time. I recently was needing a last minute ticket for a Virginia Tech basketball game and was able to get it through Game Time. Quick and easy. Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. You get to see the view from your seat before you buy. They also don't have hidden fees, and you can buy the tickets with 2 taps within seconds. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code SCHMITH for $20 off your purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code SCHMITH SCHMITH for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guarantee. All right, so we're back. Now let's talk about if I think this is going to happen and what my reaction would be if we did it. So first off, my reaction, I would not like it. Bill Belichick is, he's old. He's 71. I think that's what I saw. Might be 73. I mean, I'll look it up, but I think he is. He's got it. He's definitely in his 70s. He's in his 70s. He's 71 years old. And I don't know. You're starting a new era. I just don't know if it makes sense to go after a guy that's 71, going to be 72 when he becomes the head coach of the Washington Commanders. And I know his history. He is probably the best coach of all time. I don't know. He's old, and a lot of his success came with Brady. That doesn't mean he was not a great coach, because he was. But having Brady definitely helped, and you see what he's done the last few years. It hasn't been great. And the biggest reason why I wouldn't want Bill Belichick in DC is because of the power he would want and demand as the head coach. He would want to be basically have the power Rivera did. And that's the biggest issue I had with Rivera here was him being the guy in charge of the personnel decisions. And that's been a major reason why we haven't been successful is the draft picks under Ron Rivera, some of the free agent signings, the lack of free agent signings to certain positions. And Bill Belichick has not had a good history as GM over the last 5, 6, 7 years. A lot of the best draft picks were 20 plus years ago with the Patriots early on in that regime, and even 10 years ago. But the recent draft picks have not been great. Cole Strange, N'Keal Harry, even Isaiah Wynn. You got what's his name? Sony Michel was a solid running back, but in the first round, you want way more than a solid running back. So I don't know. It's just the personnel decisions with him have been questionable. I don't want another situation where we have a coach-centric approach. I want a GM, and then that GM hires the head coach, and the GM has final say. I want the GM to be more powerful than the head coach. And again, I don't know. He's 71, so he's going to be 72. You don't know how long he's going to be coaching for, and I feel like it makes sense for him to go somewhere else, instead of here. I really hope it doesn't happen. Again, it seems that there is some smoke. Albert Breer, he's credible. He has ties into that Patriots organization. And then Ben, Albright, he has some sources. Sometimes he's not right, but he has been right with the Commanders in the past. So would not be surprised if it is, if it's Bill Belichick, but I'm definitely not trading for him. And even if he mutually parts ways with the Patriots, I would not be happy with hiring him as our head coach at all. I don't know. It really doesn't make. The only way I would be okay with it is if we hire him as our head coach, and it's known that he's not gonna be involved in personnel decisions, or he'll be a little involved because all coaches are to an extent, but it's not going to be like a Rivera. The GM is going to have all the power, but I doubt that's the case. And the thing is, guys, what I wanted, I talked about this yesterday in my video talking about potential candidates for head coaching jobs. The things I'm looking for, I'd rather have an offensive mind. I really would. And second off, probably the biggest criteria is a guy that's youngish and hasn't had a head coaching stint in the past, and that's not true at all with Bill Belichick, who's been with a few different teams. The Browns, Jets, I guess, for very little time, and then the Patriots. I think there's one other team there. I know he's defensive coordinator for the Giants, but I want a younger guy and an offensive mind, and Bill Belichick does not fit any of those criteria. But yeah, man, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. Peace, guys.